It's a pleasure to have you here. The details now. 4 students and 3 teachers of the Jamiat Islamic Girls Senior High School who were arrested by the police after they stormed the station to solidarize with their teachers have been released. 3 teachers of the school were arrested by the police for allegedly assaulting a young man suspected to have raped one of the girls. The suspect is said to have bolted after the victim raised an alarm. He was identified the following day by the victim and handed over to the police. JoyNews' Upper West correspondent spoke to one of the teachers of the school.
Harassment against or sexual assault against Sharon. We were thinking that the police would have investigated the matter, taking into account the interests of the students, because these are young innocent students that have been brought to school to come and learn. So if a matter has been reported on somebody harassing them sexually, it should have been a matter of interest to the police. But to our dismay, the matter took a twist. And this evening the police invited the staff to come to the police station, and we were made to parade as if we were criminals for that guy, alleged rapist, to identify amongst us who were in the scene when he was arrested. So now everything has turned to be that the staff of Jamiat Islamic Girls Senior High School has assaulted the guy, and the police has now shifted the burden of proof. Instead of pursuing the rape case, they are now pursuing assault on the guy. Meanwhile, when the police came to the scene to take over the alleged rapist from us, neighbors testified that the guy was of weird character, that he has been harassing them. He is a thief. For us, and this matter was aired on air. So if the police were to do a diligent work, they should have pursued this matter to the latter and ensure that the truth is ascertained. So we are dismayed that the police had not acted professionally, because in the first place, Jamiat Islamic Secondary School is an identified institution. You could deploy your men to the school to come and investigate the matter. Why ask all of us to come here? And look at the way they are managing the matter. Here and there, arresting some of them and putting them behind bars. It's unfortunate, and these are some of the conduct we talk about the police. Police should be professional, even when you realize that the students were misconducting them. Masters are here, you invited here, we came here at your instance. Why didn't you invite masters and instruct them to ask the people to go? You are harassing both masters and students. So it's unfortunate. The police authorities should be up and doing and call their men to order. This is not responsible policing. It's very unfortunate that this is happening.
You've seen some of your students being whipped?
Yes, we saw some of them being whipped. As we speak now, 4 of them are under detention. 4 of them, and one of our masters, who is a Liberian and teaches French in the school, is also in the cells.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So that was Mohammed Tanko, one of the teachers at the Jamiat Girls Senior High School. Let's get in touch with Rafiq for the latest on this development. Hello, Rafiq. So just give us a bit of clarity, and let's start from the alleged rape incident. What do we know about it? Hello, Rafiq, if you can hear me, I'm asking you to give us details of the alleged rape incident. What do we know about it?
This is an incident that, according to school authorities, started way back last year. And even when President Akufo came to the region on his campaign tour, when he met the chiefs and people of the Upper West, especially the Walla community, they brought it to his attention, and he said that they were going to get a fence wall for the school to not to allow people to encroach the school, and also these rapists, alleged rapists, to come into the school. And so they reported these incidents of rape cases to the Wa police, and which they are aware about. And so about a week ago, one guy whose name was given as Sharon was arrested by school authorities for allegedly attempting to rape one of the girls. And so he was handed over to the police, and then the police also interrogated him. During his interrogation, it came out that he alleged that some tutors at the school had assaulted him, and then the the police then said that they will go to the school and then also look for people who really assaulted the suspect. And so they went to the school, invited 3 of masters to the Wa police station. And when they got there, they were then made to line up for the guy for the suspect to identify them. And so when he identified 3 of them as the people who assaulted him, so the police asked them to write their statement. And so in the middle of writing the statement, that was where the students from the school got wind of that information and they stormed the police station demanding that their masters or their tutors should be released immediately. And so that was what transpired yesterday evening, late evening.
Rafiq, at what time did this alleged rapist enter the campus of the school?
The incident happened on the 15th of June this year. That's about 5-6 days ago. And so according to what we heard from the victims and also some of the tutors, what happened was that he came, took this girl, insisted that he would sleep with him. But the lady told him that it is in her menstrual period. And so the guy insisted that whether you are in your menstrual period or not, I'm going to sleep with you. And so it was there that the lady raised the alarm and then the guy bolted away. And so this is somebody that they know who lives around the school because his house is about some few meters away from the school. And so the following day, tutors and then the masters from the school and then the victim went to the house of the suspect, and that was where he was able to identify the suspect, and the suspect was arrested and handed over to the police. And that was actually what transpired. And then when he came to the police station, so the police expected, the tutors expected the police to investigate this issue of alleged sexual harassment on their students. But 4 or 5 days later, they stopped at the school and they saw police storm their school and invited all of them to the police station, wanted to line up for the guy to identify who really assaulted him. I spoke to Chief Inspector Gideon, who is the Upper West Region's Public Relations Officer of the Ghana Police Service. He said that when the guy was arrested, they saw marks of assault, and then was there that they inquired, and the guy the suspect told them that it was upon his he was arrested that he was beaten up by the tutors. And that was why they kept the police.
I'll come back to you shortly, but let's listen to Chief Inspector Gideon Boateng.
That case of moving around the premises and alleged rape was reported to the DOSU, and that one is being investigated at the DOSU. And this one too, as the man is also alleging that he is sick, and they stepped on the abdomen and other things and assaulted him and tied him. One police went there, we saw it. So that one too is at the regional CID here.
You are saying that you want to use the assault case to cover up?
No. The alleged case, which is with the DOSU, is still pending, and they are investigating that one too. But no, it's never that.
So what message do you have on this issue for the public or the school authorities?
And that's why we want the school authorities to talk to the students, and not even only that school, but other schools. The teachers should talk to the children to educate them on how they should stop attacking the police stations, because after all, we invited them to the police station, and if nothing happens, how can police invite somebody to the police station? So they shouldn't have done that in the first place.
But they said that you people also manhandled the students, whipped some of them. That's the accusation.
It's not true. No, you can go there and see the stones that they threw against the police here.
And so those were...
So, Rafiq, finally, tell us what the mood is like in the school. And, I mean, before you do that, the person accused of raping or attempting to rape the student, what has been his plea so far? Has he pleaded guilty already, or has he said he didn't indulge in that incident?
According to the police, they are saying that they are still investigating on the issue.
But what has the suspect been saying? Okay.
The suspect at the moment is denying that he sexually arrested a student from the school, and so the police are saying that they are still investigating on the issue. And so at the moment, the Wa police have two issues on their hands. They are investigating the issue of assault and also the issue of sexual harassment. But I can also report to you that the mood in the school is now calm. Calm has returned to the school after 3 tutors and also the 4 students were released.
Thank you, Rafiq Salam. We'll leave it here. Rafiq Salam is our Upper West Region correspondent.